Okay guys, today I'm gonna disassemble this GW-1300J. This is a vintage model, costs around 20 to 30 bucks only, so sending it away to Casio is not worth the market value to one of this. So doing it on your own is the best way to go, and that is what I'm gonna do. It has a few marks, 1, 2, 3, 4 over there, so I was hoping I could clean it up, or at least just figure out what that thing is, so we could prevent the same thing from happening on the future ana-digi G-shock. So let me comment a bit on where we are right now. I just removed all the things as far as the exterior constructions. This is the metal cover on the back, which somehow have a guard on the side, so that's cool. Piezoelectric speaker over here. This will be back cushion with a spring that connects to the connector on the wave setter antenna. And if you look over here, the wave setter antenna was built outside of the casing. This is the connector, and it is placed in here, which is glued down, so I don't think I could have access to see on how it looks like, but basically just a coil, you know, similar like most G-shock we have today's, but this one is bigger because it is old. This is the movement, which I'll disassemble after. Let me pull this piezoelectric speaker out, a spring connector out. This is the resin bezel that guarded on the exterior. From the outside it looks pretty well slick, smooth, but if you look at it down under, look at that, they have a lot of those shapes in there, and that's really the things that provide all the structure, the strength for these things. Aside from this aluminum metal ring that kind of like hold it into place so it won't move as much, flex as much, that's really cool. You could custom paint this if you wanted to different color, put it back in, good to go. This is the casing. The buttons are only 5, pretty simple, straightforward, similar like most G-shock watch that I disassembled before. And this will be the mirror glass at the front. You could remove this index ring around here or minute marker ring on the outside if you wanted to. They're just being double-sided, taped down, but I'm not going to do it, just going to leave it be. I could clean it up after. This is the watch band, which has some sort of weird look design over here, making the removal process pretty hard, but you could do it. It just locked with a regular spring bar in there. And the watch buckle also was locked with a regular spring bar. Just push it in there, should be easy to be removed, just in case you want to take this and put it on other G-shock watch that you have, because it does looks really cool. Okay, this is the movement. It operates on CTL1025, which I already removed. It uses 2 battery. That is really ridiculous, you know, considering the price of this thing, only around 20 to 30 bucks on the used market. The battery itself costs much more than the whole thing if you were to find one of these, especially this rechargeable one. Ooh boy, they are really expensive. Anyway, I already removed that. I'm just gonna use a non-rechargeable battery in here. But regardless, this is how it looked like up close. There's your AC disc in there, the connector for the wave setter, and the movement is entirely made by Casio Japan. Okay, I'm gonna remove this clip. Let's see now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2 more down here. There we go. Okay, unclip all that so I could remove this metal plate. You could use anything, but I'm just gonna use needle. Okay, just remove all of the clips. Now I could just lift this up. Sometimes it will accidentally clip itself back on. Just unclip it like that. Should be, you know, right. There we go. You cannot make any mistake at this step because they are so easy, and this part is made out of metal. You don't have to worry about breaking this thing at all. Okay, next you have access to the movement holder for the analog part, of course. Now I want you to flip the movement upside down like that, and then oh, I've almost forgot, I'm gonna need to remove the hands first because it is connected all the way to the back. So let's do that real quick. You could use any tools that you want. I'm sure there are watch hands removers on the market. You could buy them. It's all entirely up to you. I'm just gonna use screwdriver because it works just as good and they are cost effective. Now lift this whole thing up. Let's see now. There you go. The reason why I want you guys to flip this upside down first because there's these two springs that connect to the analog module there, all the way up to this two connector over here to the circuit board. This is the quartz crystal regulator. A lot of big capacitors. Modern G-Shock use micro capacitors, so it is different in comparison to today's model. Pretty cool. Okay, this circuit board was just clipped. Not sure if you guys could see it. One over here and one should be here. Just push it out, and also just use your nail, even just pull it out, and now you could lift this circuit board up fairly easily like so. And let's see now. There you go. And now it is out. On the other side, there you go. You have 1, 2, 3 connector to a digital display, your processor over there, a lot of connection, more capacitors here and there. Well, so far so good. And I think, yeah, this springs just falls out on its own. This is a spring that connects to the solar panel at the front. You have 2 of them. Goes into this hole over here, so don't have to worry. They are pretty big. You will spot them. And here is this thing again. I'm just gonna leave this thing as it is. You could remove this, take this analog movement out. If the gears break, you know, you could find a replacement and just plug it back in if you wanted to. Okay, next I could remove this plastic cover on the side. There we go, just like that. It is the thing that holds this aluminum plate, and you guys can see here, this is the connector to the digital display. One over here, one large one down here, and one over here, just to lights up different segment of that tiny digital display. Okay, next we're gonna need to remove this index ring with LED light, one over here and one over here. It will comes up fairly easily. There's a clip over here, one over here and one over here in blue in this case, so just unclip them. Like so, and another one over here like so. Once you've done that, you could just lift this thing up, and the LED lights will pop up at the same time as well. So it's better to do it this way instead of just lifting the LED lights one by one. There you go. And this is a metal layer. I've never seen anything like this before on the G-Shock, modern one at least. Usually we don't have this part anymore, but yeah, in vintage model we do have it. This is the index marker, and you can see now there's a padding over here, one over here and one over here, just to guard the movement from the front. That's really cool. Usually Casio will add a circle shape padding, really thick one as well to guard it. In this case, just minimal. Pretty cool. And this is the LED lights, which will glow in blue colorway, so that is really cool things here. You could use this on other G-Shock watch if you could fit them, which I'm sure you could, because usually they use the same size. And one more over here. I think I'm gonna keep this LED light, swap it up on a different G-Shock, and could be a fun experiment. Considering the whole thing is just 20 to 30 bucks, you could really salvage a lot of parts out of this kind of watch. Okay, now this solar panel diffuser, a lot of marks on it. I'm gonna need to wipe down. Oh, already just clean it up. And there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips. So make sure you remove all of them, or just be careful, or else you'll break this, because it is just made out of plastics with a lot of prints on it. So if you don't like all this annoying, or if you found this too cluttering, just wipe them all out and you have yourself a clean, better looking, simple looking G-Shock watch. And this is the solar panel. Looks really cool, right? Look at the shape of it. Ooh, so nice. Okay, now this is the marks that I was talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4 that is located underneath of this display. Just to clean this up, I have to remove the entire thing. So yeah, Casio won't do that for you though. If you send this to Casio, I don't think they'll do that. They don't do cleaning job, they just fix stuff. Okay, here we are. I could wipe it out, I'm sure. This is the underneath side of the solar panel. That is the connector, right, to charge it up. And this is the display. Surprisingly, it uses 3 different displays. I was expecting to see one large display, but yeah, Casio uses different one in here. Pretty odd. And just take this part up. There we go. It was locked with this part over here. Just slide it in there. Pretty easy to be removed. And here we are, the display panel compartment. And these are the display panel. If you want to change it up to different colors, or just in case yours break, find a replacement, swap it up, you should be good to go. All 3 of them, different sizes. All right, here we are. Okay, I think I already disassembled the entire G-Shock watch. Took me a while, and at least I hope you guys could learn a few things in this video. It is different than normal G-Shock watch because it has one of these, a few things that I never seen before really. So I'm very impressed so far, but for the overall cost of this thing, I don't really mind it. Today in 2020, if you were to buy this thing way back in the 90s or the early 2000s, it's gonna cost you a lot of money. But hey, it is what it is. That's what happens to most vintage G-Shock watch these days. Even though they are good, they are still holding out really well. You could use all of these parts on modern G-Shock, but yeah, they're pretty cheap. That's it, guys. I think I'm gonna do some cleaning and just reassemble the entire piece back. That should be all. Thank you very much for watching. This is G-Shock High Fashion channel, and I'm out.